Hi, in this video I'm going to go over sorting your standings by win percentage and using the current division. So in this example we have two divisions here, a gold and a silver division. And let's just assume that the gold division is a higher skill level and the silver division is a lower skill level. And what happens is typically league admins in a rec level environment, they'll run the season, maybe a third of the season or some part of the season, and then after that, before they release their next schedule, they'll take some teams that maybe are doing kind of poorly in the division, and they'll move them down to a lower skill level division, and then teams that are doing really well, they can move them up to a higher skill level division. But it's kind of unfair in a way, or viewed by some league admins, because if a team is doing really well, for example, a team's doing really well in silver, and they get moved up to the gold division, maybe see this team's 8 wins, 0 losses, they're going to be leading, they're going to be the top of the gold division as soon as they're moved. But in reality, they didn't really earn top of the gold division, they've earned top of the silver division. So what you can do is now, there's a win percentage column here, which is simply just based on how they did in the number of games they've played. So this team being 8-0 is 100%, but this team wins like 62.5% of the time based on their points and the number of wins, 5 wins out of 8 games played here. So what you can do is you can set it so when a team, if you sort your standings by win percentage, that you can make it so the team's their current win percentage only applies to the division they're in. So essentially, if the pup team here gets moved to the gold division, then even though they have 100% or perfect win percentage, when they get moved to a new division, it will not count any of their games outside the current division, being gold now, towards their win percentage. So their win percentage will be 0, it'll be completely reset, and then as soon as they play their first game, if they win, then they'll go back to 100%, a perfect win record. But it will essentially, it'll reset their win percentage, so now just the games they play in the current division will count. And in that way, when playoff time comes, if they've only played, say, 2/3 of the games because they missed a third of the games towards their win percentage, being a third of their games were in the silver division, it won't matter because win percentage doesn't, unlike points, doesn't really apply to the number of games they played. It's just a ratio on the number of games. So that even though they've played less total games, there still will be same fairness for playoff consideration. So to do this, you would go to the Stats admin, and then you click on the Seasons in the main menu here, and then you want to click on the season, and then you want to click on the Standings tab. And then here, what you'll want to do is you'll want to do 2 things. You'll want to do one, you'll want to change the sort standings top metric. The first sort has to be win percentage. So you'll change that to win percent, and then you'll change this win percent calculation. Instead of saying use all divisions, you'll set it to use current division. And if you have this set, then in short, what it does, whenever a team is moved from one division to another, only games played in that division will count towards their current winning percentage. Of course, any games that if a team say played this pup team and the pups moved out, the team that stays in this division, that game will still count towards their winning percentage because at that time it was played in that division. So that's all there is to it. Thanks for watching.